वरधारी जय जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव कुंज गोपी जन गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना जमुना तीरा पवन चाहा जमुना तीरा जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहार जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहार जय गोपी गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जय राधा माधव हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा राम राम हरे कृष्णा हरे Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Hare Krishna. Is the voice okay now or?
Hare Krishna.
Now you are okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
See what
I
happens,
think while
the
singing
mic,
it goes
Hare
off, I
Krishna.
think.
no,
Yeah,
the
earlier it was
problem
breaking,
is,
Mataji.
no, the problem is when you play instrument, it cannot, it gets confused where the voice is coming from. So I have noticed this a lot of
Yes,
times.
instruments playing is not easy. But last week that was not the problem somehow. This
Yes,
week,
somehow.
No, that is the reason they keep different mic for instruments. But if you're talking, it's fine, completely fine.
Yeah, we can hear you very well.
Now
It should
it
be
is
fine.
okay, Mataji.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I will start sharing my screen.
I'm going to mute everyone except for Archana Mataji. So please do not unmute yourself.
Okay, we'll start with the Mangalacharan. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्ते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langate grindat kripatamam vande Shri Guru Nitai Pramanamaram Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Welcome everyone for the continuation of Navadwip Dham Parikrama. So today again we are going on a parikrama continuing from Antardvip. So last week we finished Antardvip. So this week we will go to the next dvip. Actually, the parikrama goes clockwise, and as we know, starts with Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. I explained to you the 9 limbs of devotional service. So Srimantadvip is for Shravanam. So we will begin from Srimantadvip. Srimantadvip, Shravanam, Godrumdvip, Kirtanam, Madhyadvip, Padasevanam, then Smaranam, Koladvip, Padasevanam, Ritudvip, Archanam, Janudvip, Vandanam, Modadrumdvip, Dasyam, and Rudradvip, Sakya. Atmanivedanam, we finished already, Antardvip, last week. Okay, so these are the different limbs of devotional service. As we go, we will see one by one. So now we are going to Simantadvip. Simantadvip is Shravanam. We finished all this last week. Okay, so we come here to Simantadvip. So beautiful, beautiful island, Simantadvip. And a beautiful temple is built here for Simantini Devi. So now who is Simantini Devi? We are going to see now. One day, I will tell you about what happened in actually during Satya Yuga. Satya Yuga period, Lord Shiva already came to know that Gauranga is going to appear in Navadwip, and he is going to take the heart of Srimati Radharani, and he is going to appear. So Lord Shiva was ecstatic. He was dancing, playing on his damaru, and he was chanting Gauranga, 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 and dancing away. Seeing this ecstasy, Parvati came to him and asked, whose name are you chanting? Who is Gauranga? Just by your chanting, I am feeling so ecstatic myself. I am feeling my heart is melting. Why is it? Who is this personality you're chanting about? Because all the time you chant Krishna's name. Today you're chanting Gauranga, Gauranga. Who is this Gauranga? Then Lord Shiva told her, see, I have come to know that very shortly there's going to be, Krishna is going to appear in Kali Yuga, in this Kali Yuga. Because you see, there are in one day of Brahma, there are 1,000 Kali Yugas. One day of Brahma, there are 1,000 Kali Yugas. Out of that 1,000 Kali Yugas, only one Kali Yuga Krishna appears. See how rare it is. And in that particular Kali Yuga only, Gauranga appears. So he was chanting loudly that Gauranga is going to appear, Gauranga is going to appear in Navadvip Dham. So listening to this, that Gauranga is, Krishna is coming with the heart and the color of Srimati Radharani, Simantini Devi, that is Parvati Devi, actually. How she got the name Simantini in this island, we will know. She came rushing to this place and she started doing meditation. She sat down like a yogini and she started meditating. And Gauranga quickly appeared to her. Gauranga didn't take too long to appear. He appeared, beautiful golden form. He appeared with his dhoti tucked in 3 places, a beautiful garland around his neck. It was looking so beautiful. Mother Parvati, she looked at Gauranga and she started to feel very sad. Tears were coming down, rolling down from her eyes. Gauranga said, why are you crying? Why are you so sad? I have come here to give you darshan. Why are you feeling so sad? So Parvati Devi said, I have heard from the scriptures that Krishna Surya Sama Maya Hai Andhakar, Jaha Krishna Taha Nahi Maya Radhikar. That means wherever there is Krishna, sun like Krishna, Maya can never be there. Then that means I will not get your darshan. I will not be able to see you performing your pastimes because I am Maya and I will not be able to see your pastimes. So Gauranga told her, don't say like that. You are not different from my other energy. That is, whenever in Vrindavan you yourself appear as Yogamaya and you assist me in my pastimes in the form of Purnamasi, and your another form, your expansion, Purnamasi expands as Maya Devi here in this material world, and here also as Parvati, you will be also assisting me in my pastimes. Don't worry, when you come here, when I come here, when I take my incarnation as Gauranga, you will also come, and you will come and you will assist. You will be known as Praudhamaya, and you will be assisting me in my pastimes by keeping all those people who are averse to devotion to Krishna. You will keep them away from this dham. You will keep them away from me and my devotion. So you will perform this pastime. You will help me in my pastime. Don't worry. Saying this, Gauranga was blessing Mother Parvati, and Mother Parvati took the dust of the Lord's lotus feet and she put it in her parting in her hair. In North, this is called a Simanta. Actually, this is called a Simanta, I think, everywhere, even the South also. But this portion, the parting in the middle parting in the hair, she put the dust of Gauranga's lotus feet. And that is why she came to be known as Simantini. And then this Dweep, this island, came to be known as Simantadweep. So now you know how this island got this name, Simantadweep. And then Parvati was constantly meditating on Gauranga's beautiful form, and she lives here ever as Praudamaya. Okay, this is the beautiful pastime which took place here. It's a beautiful temple here, as we saw, Simantini Devi temple. And next to this also there's another place. Earlier, this place was, I will explain to you what happened in this place. This place there is right now Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra Maya. This is the Jagannath temple, very near to the Simantini Devi temple, the same place here. The place is named Rajapur. Actually, what happened here many years back, many years back, Nityananda Prabhu is telling to Jiva Goswami, many years back, there was one very wicked Rakshasa called Raktabahu. This Rakshasa was a terror and he was invading everywhere, like in Jagannath Puri also. So the devotees, the Shabaras are actually the devotees of Lord Jagannath. So the Shabaras, they took the deities of Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra and they came all the way here and they were worshipping Lord Jagannath here in one temple. They built a temple for Jagannath. So this is non-different from Jagannath Puri. As we know, we have heard that most of the tirthas or the holy places all come to Navadwip and take shelter at this wonderful place. This Navadwip is full of all the holy places. All the holy places eternally reside in Navadvip. And we can say that their expansions are existing elsewhere. So Navadvip is such a wonderful place. Why do they come here? Why do all these holy places come here? Because they want to take shelter of Gauranga. Gauranga, Mahaprabhu's incarnation is one which is so munificent. It gives liberation, it gives Krishna Prem, it gives bhakti to each and everyone without seeing their qualification. So therefore, everyone wants to come to Gaur Mandal. Everyone wants to come to Navadwip. Everyone wants to come here and reside eternally. And therefore, even the dhams, they come here and reside eternally. Like this place is not different from Jagannath Puri. But now when you go there, this temple is being built by another person called Jagadish Ganguly for around 500 years back. And there is also a very beautiful pastime which took place where Lord Jagannath came to his dream and told him that I want to be carved and worshipped in this place. So this is forever Jagannath Puri. Forever this is Jagannath's place. So we go from this place in Simantadweep to another place. This place, when you come out of the Sharadanga is another misnomer of Shabaradanga. The Shabaras were staying there with Lord Jagannath. And when you come out of that village, this is Simulia, this is village. This village is also in Simantadweep. Okay, now this big, huge tree is a tree of frangipani flowers. This tree, they also call it as champa sometimes. So this tree is actually, under this tree is the samadhi of a personality. If I tell you who it is, you'll be surprised. This personality is none other than Chand Kazi. I will say, how come? The Chand Kazi's samadhi we are worshipping. We are Vaishnavas. He is a Muslim. How can we worship his samadhi? But let me tell you this, Gauranga gave him Krishna Prem. So how did that happen? So we remember in our last week's episode that Chand Kazi created a havoc when he came to Shiva's Angan and he broke the Mridanga. Isn't it? That's why we call it Khol Bhanga Danga. We saw that broken Mridanga in the altar. So what happened? After he broke the Mridanga, he actually broke the Mridanga on the order of the king of Gauda that time. His name was Nawab Hussain Shah. So this Hussain Shah in Krishna Leela was Jarasandha, if you know who Jarasandha is. And this Chand Kazi in Krishna Leela was none other than Kamsa. So this Chand Kazi, he came and he broke the Mridanga on the order of Hussain Shah. And then what happened? Then he ran back to his house. And when he was taking a little rest, Lord Nrsingadev, that is Lord Chaitanya himself, in the form of Lord Nrsingadev, was so angry. In the form of Lord Nrsingadev, he came and he sat on the Kazi's chest and he held Kazi like this on his shoulder and shook him and said, will you ever disturb my devotees? And the Kazi in his dream was saying, no, no, I will not disturb your devotees. I'm very sorry, please forgive me. And in this way, then Lord Chaitanya in the form of Nrsingadev, he disappeared. But what happened was Lord Chaitanya, he took a mass Sankirtan movement. He said, how dare the Kazi says we cannot do Sankirtan? How dare he say in my land that I cannot do Sankirtan with my devotees? So he called all the devotees of the entire village, and there were hundreds and thousands of devotees holding on to mashal. Mashal is like a torchlight which is flaming. And they were all marched to the Kazi's house, which was here in Simantadweep. And when they came from Antardweep to Simantadweep with all these mashals, and Kazi got very scared. He was crouching in fear in his house. And when they came, Lord Chaitanya, his face was so angry, the Kazi immediately remembered Lord Nrsingadev. And he was very scared. And he started to speak to him very sweetly. He said, you are like my nephew. Why are you so angry with me? So immediately Lord Chaitanya calmed down and he remembered in his past life, actually he was his nephew, right? Because he was Kamsa. So he said, okay, uncle, since you know that I'm your nephew, why do you disturb my Sankirtan? And then they had very nice talks in which Lord Chaitanya convinced him that Sankirtan is the only way. And then, to his surprise, Chand Kazi showed him his shoulders where the Narsingadev's nail marks were still there, scratch marks. And this was so surprising. And then Lord Chaitanya says, see, don't disturb my devotees. If you disturb my devotees, see what you will get. And then Chand Kazi immediately sent out a circular that no one should disturb the Sankirtan movement in Navadwip. So entire Navadwip, everyone was free to do Sankirtan after that. And Chand Kazi also became a devotee, and he was so much mesmerized by Lord Chaitanya that he became his devotee and started chanting. And then Lord Chaitanya gave him prema bhakti. So as we know, in other avatars, Lord Krishna, he grants liberation to people. But what kind of liberation he grants? He grants maybe at the most liberation, which is sayuja or impersonal liberation, to merge with the Lord or his body. But here he is giving him the highest prema bhakti. This is unbelievable. This is not unheard of anywhere. Because it's not easy to get prema bhakti like that, and Lord Chaitanya is just freely distributing this to everyone. So, Chand Kazi's Samadhi, we are bowing down because Chand Kazi is also a pure devotee now. So he's no longer a Muslim magistrate, but he is now a pure devotee of Krishna. So after bowing down to Chand Kazi's Samadhi, we go to another very beautiful place. This place is called Sridhar Angan. Sridhar Angan. There was a devotee called Kolavicha Sridhar. You see a small banana patch there? So many banana trees. Yeah, so Sridhar had a small patch of banana trees, and he would every single day uh, sell banana leaf cups, bananas, and tree trunks, and banana flowers in the market. And Lord Chaitanya would come, and he would always tease him, and he would bargain, and he would almost take bananas for free. So this was his daily pastime. And it's mentioned that once Vishwakarma came to know that Lord Chaitanya is going to take his appearance, and he came here this place, and because he thought people may come in so many enormous quantities, they may need water. So he dug so many lakes around here, this area, and there's one lake behind Sridhar Kolavicha Sridhar's house, and that was the last lake he dug. 160 lakes he dug. So, and that Kolavicha Sridhar's house was the last lake he dug behind his house. And Lord Chaitanya would come every afternoon to take bath here, and then he would take all those bananas and everything from Sridhar's Angan, and he would go home. So this was a beautiful place called Sridhar Angan, where Kolavicha Sridhar's Angan, Lord Chaitanya would rest here. Therefore, it was called as Vishramasthan. So when Lord Nityananda, he came with Jiva Goswami to show him this place, and he called him Vishramasthan, then they all sat down there and rested here, because it's like a resting place. Vishram is resting place. So after this beautiful pastime, we have finished with Simantadweep. And now there's a question time, a quiz for all. So whoever would like to unmute themselves, please ask, or you can write in chat also. That is also okay. You can write answers in chat. That will be better. Who is Simantini Devi?
Parvati.
Yes, Mother Parvati, very good. How did Mother Parvati get the name Simantini?
She took the dust of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet and put it on the parting.
Very good. Excellent. Rub the foot dust of Lord Chaitanya in a Simanta or in a parting. Okay, before I go, there was one more pastime because that's going to come in the question. I want to tell you one more pastime. Lord Nityananda told this pastime. See, one time Balaram, he went on a pilgrimage because he didn't want to take part in the Kurukshetra war. So he went on a pilgrimage. I think everybody knows this, right? Balaram went on a pilgrimage. Yeah. So when he went on a pilgrimage, he had come to Navadwip and he was resting here for some time. And then the devotees here told him that there is one big demon called Maya demon here, and he is disturbing all the devotees here. So immediately Lord Balaram, he caught hold of that demon in the middle of the fields, and then he killed him. And there was a ferocious fight, and he killed the demon. And that's why that area there near to that Kolavech Sridhar's house, next to that place, that area is called Maya Mari, because he killed the demon called Maya, Balaram. Okay, so I forgot to mention that. So why is this island non-different from Jagannath Puri?
Because Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra deities were brought directly from Jagannath Puri by
Very good.
the Shabaras.
Very good. By the Shabaras. Very nice. So, due to the attack of Raktabahu, the Shabaras brought the actual Lord Jagannath Baldev Subhadra deities from Jagannath Puri to this place, and they were worshipped here. That's why it is called as Jagannath Puri, not different from Jagannath Puri. Only Upasana Mataji is answering. Others also should take a chance. Which demon did Balaram kill in the fields here? Anyone else?
Maya.
Maya demon.
Yeah.
Very good. Maya demon. That's why this is called Maya Mari, this village. Still today it's called Maya Mari if you go there. And whose samadhi lies in Simantadweep? Anyone else?
Kazi.
Yes.
Chand Kazi.
Chand Kazi.
Chand
Very
Kazi.
good. Chand Kazi. Excellent. Thank you very much. So now before we continue the parikrama, we are going to sing a very sweet song on the beauty of Lord Chaitanya, how he was dressed, and Simantini Devi saw his beauty. We are going to sing a song. Madana Mohana Tanu Gauranga Sundar. Madana Mohana Tanu Gauranga Sundar. ललाटे तिलक शोभा, ललाटे तिलक शोभा, ऊर्ध्वे मनोहार, मदन मोहन तनु गौरंग सुंदर. मदन मोहन तनु गौरंग सुंदर. त्रिकक्षा बसाना शोभे, कुटीला कुंता आयतन आयन दु परम चंचल. त्रिकक्षा बसाना शोभे, कुटीला कुंता आयतन आयन दु परम चंचल. मदन मोहन तनु गौरंग सुंदर. मदन मोहन तनु गौरंग सुंदर. शुक्ल यज्ञ सूत्र बेड़िया शरीरे, Shukla Yajna Sutra Shobhe Bediya Sharire Sukshma Rupe Ananta Je Hello Kalevare Adhare Tabula Kasi Adhara Chapia Ya Vrindavan Se Rupa Nichya Adhara Tabula Kasi Adhara Chapia Ya Vrindavan Se Rupa Nichya Madana Mohana Tanu Gauranga Sundar Madana Mohana Tanu Gauranga Sundar. Isn't it beautiful? The beautiful song describes the beauty of Lord Chaitanya, written by Vrindavan Das Thakur. Was it clear or was it also disturbing?
It was
It was
good.
disturbing.
It's okay. We could hear the words at least.
Okay, maybe next time we don't play at all any mridanga or kartal.
No, Prabhu can come next to you and sit, and if you play the kartal and mridanga, it won't be a problem because the mic will be able to catch, properly, easily. That's my opinion. I think you
Mataji,
can
your
try.
this thing voice breaks at high pitch also. I've noticed.
Okay.
Yeah, when you go to the high pitch, it breaks.
No, it's not like that. The way Zoom is set up, the mic tries to pick up the voice of the instrument more, and that is why the voice it gets faded.
Oh, okay, fine.
That's
Then
the
we'll
design
not
of
play
the
them.
Zoom.
Okay. Okay, next time we'll remember this. Thank you. So now we continue our parikrama. We are going to the next island. The next island is Navadwipa. Navadwipa is for Kirtan. Kirtan. Okay. Navadwipa. So we come to this island and we come to the first spot here, which is Suvarna Vihar. Suvarna Vihar. You see, there is, if I show you my cursor, this is the gate from which you enter at the corner, far left corner. You can see? And then you enter and you walk all the way inside, and this is the temple here. This is Suvarna Vihar temple. Okay, very beautiful temple. Now we're going to discuss about this. This is the gate, and when we enter, we come to the temple. So before we enter the temple and take deity darshan, we are going to take a little rest here. This place, I'm going to discuss a small pastime which happened over here. In Satya Yuga, there was a king named as Suvarnasena. Suvarnasena. This king was so rich. He was wallowing in his opulence, and the whole day he was spending in enjoying his senses. So when Narad Muni saw this happening in Satya Yuga itself, he was feeling very sad. My goodness, this actually happens during Kali Yuga time. Why is this happening now? So immediately, Narad Muni can go anywhere and everywhere. So immediately he came down and to this place where Suvarna Sena was staying in this palace. And he started to preach to him. And you know what happens when Narad Muni preaches? Anybody can be changed. So Narad Muni explained to him, what are you doing? You are a king, and what are you doing over here? You are enjoying your senses like this. Do you know the value of human form of life? And then he told, you know what you're missing out on in Kali Yuga? This palace where you're living in is in Navadwip. And Lord Krishna is going to appear as Lord Gauranga here in this very spot. And what are you doing? You're wasting your time. Hearing Narad Muni's preaching and the beauty of Lord Gauranga and his mercy, Suvarnasena immediately was converted. And he immediately started to feel bad about what had happened. Why did I ever do this? And he repented so much. He was crying, and then he was crying and crying and crying, and he said, "No, I will not do this anymore. I am going to become a devotee of Krishna." And crying and crying and crying, he fell asleep. And in his dream, Lord Gauranga very mercifully appeared to him, and he told him, "Yes, what my devotee Narad Muni had told you is truth, because you are wasting your human form of life. But because you repented so much, so my heart is melted. And so I'm going to now give you a boon that you will take part in my pastimes when I come here as Gauranga. You will pay for my wedding expenses when I get married as Gauranga. So in this way, you will also be very much a dear person to me when I come down here, and I will come and do a Sankirtan in this very spot where your palace is." So this boon he gave him, and the king was overwhelmed. He was crying as well as he was falling down at the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga. And he told him and promised him that he will surely change his ways and become a devotee. And that's what he did. And definitely when Lord Chaitanya came, he came as Buddhimanta Khan, and he paid for the Lord's wedding expenses. And in this way, all the words which Lord Chaitanya had said came true. So this particular spot is so important to us because once what happened a few hundred years ago only, that is when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was living in Mayapur. You know who is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur? He is the spiritual master of our Srila Prabhupada, the guru of our Srila Prabhupada. So when he was living in Mayapur, one day he was passing by this area, and this area was totally a jungle, full of forest. And immediately Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati said, "Stop." He stopped the car and he said, "I want this area. I want this in the name of Gaudiya Math." So the devotees said, "Why, Maharaj, you want this area? This is so God-forsaken area. There's nobody here and it's all jungle." So he said, No, you don't know the importance. This is Suvarnasena's palace area. And this is where Lord Chaitanya came and did his Sankirtan, This is a very, very important spot. I want this spot. And then one of his disciples was owning this spot. So immediately he gave it in donation. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, he told his disciples to build a beautiful Gaudiya Math temple here. And they built a temple here in this and called it Suvarna Vihar temple in the name of Suvarnasena, that king who was in Satyayuga. And you won't believe it, when they were digging this place, they got these pillars, which was the pillars of Suvarnasena's palace. So it is still kept here, some stone pillars and some stone artifacts they got. And they are still kept here for display in the temple. So this is the beautiful temple. After this temple, we come to another spot called Narsimhapalli. Narsimhapalli is very dear to devotees actually, because it seems Lord Narsimhadev had appeared and he had taken that huge form which reached the skies. Hiranyakashipu was looking like a mosquito in front of Lord Narsimhadev, that's mentioned. So imagine his huge form. So when he appeared in Ahobilam, that area, he killed Hiranyakashipu there. He came out from the pillar there. And it seemed that he was so huge that he washed his hands here in this area. So how huge he must have been. He bent down and came to From Andhra Pradesh, he bent down and came to West Bengal. Isn't that huge? So you can imagine. Anyways, so this place is Narsimapalli, and he washed his hands in Mandakini river, that is Ganga. But right now, the Mandakini river, they say, is a small lake. This is not small. I can see it's quite big, but they call it small lake because at that time it must have been a huge river. So when he washed his hands here, he came and he rested here also. And this place came to be known as Narsimapalli because Lord Narsimha came here to wash his hands in this Mandakini river. When Lord Narsimha came here, all the devatas, they all said, oh, it's such a beautiful place. Look at this Mandakini river. It's so beautiful. We want to live here. So they told Vishwakarma, can you build us some condominiums here? We'll stay here nicely and enjoy. So Vishwakarma immediately built so many houses for the devatas. And therefore, all the devatas came down. One Chandra, one Varuna, one Indra. Everybody came down to stay here and worship Lord Narasimhadev and stay in this beautiful area for some time. And so when they came here and they stayed in this beautiful place, this place came to be known also as Devapalli. So this has two names, Narasimhapalli and Devapalli, because all the devatas, they came and stayed here and worshipped Narasimhadev. And even till today, some piles of stones are seen here and there. And the people here, they say that these were the homes of those devatas. So they were worshipping to this Swayambhuva Murti of Narasimhadev. This is a beautiful deity of Narasimhadev, which is not carved by a human being. This is a deity which self-manifested deity here in the Ugra form. And this deity was worshipped by the Devatas who resided here. So this is Narsimapalli. After Narsimapalli, we come to another river bank called Alakananda. Alakananda river bank, beautiful river, and on the banks of Alakananda we see a beautiful temple, Harihara Kshetra. Harihara Kshetra. This Harihara Kshetra is not different from Varanasi, so it is called actually Mahavaranasi. So why is it called Mahavaranasi? So we will see here, this temple is Hari and Hara together. Hari and Hara together. Their deity is there in this temple. See, such a beautiful deity of half Vishnu and half Shiva. Hari and Hara. In Varanasi, that is in Kashi, when you know how a person gets moksha in Kashi, they say when you die in Kashi, you get moksha. You know how a person gets moksha in Kashi? Anybody knows? When a person,
the yoga concentration is Om Namah Shivaya.
okay, so what happens when a person leaves his body in Kashi is that Lord Shiva personally comes and chants Lord Ram's name into that person's ear when he is going to leave his body. So this way he gets liberation, he gets moksha. But the same Lord Shiva in this Navadwip Dham, in this place Harihara Kshetra, on the banks of Alakananda, if anybody leaves his body, then here Lord Shiva chants the name of Gauranga in the ears of the departing soul. And what happens? Then the soul gets Krishna Bhakti. Mere liberation is incomparable to what Gauranga is coming here to give us. He's coming here to give us the highest, the Krishna Bhakti, Golok Vrindavan Vas. That is very, very, very rare. It's the rarest of all. To do so much of tapasya to get that, to get Krishna Bhakti, which Gauranga is coming here to freely give. So here also you see, this is the beautiful Alakananda river. Anyone who takes bath in this river is guaranteed Krishna Bhakti also, Alakhananda River. And here you also see Vishnupad. There's one Vishnupad in Gaya. This is another Vishnupad. Okay, another Vishnupad is over here in Harihara Kshetra. So after Harihara Kshetra, we come to this beautiful place. This place is called Surabhi Kunj. Surabhi Kunj. Now we are going to see why this place is called Surabhi Kunj. It's a very, very beautiful place. And it's a nice temple has come up now very recently. And the very beautiful deities of Radha Madhav and Gauranga are here. And we see this very wonderful temple. What temple is this? This temple is of Surabhi, Mother Surabhi's temple. So what pastime took place here? So once upon a time, when Indra came to know that Krishna is going to take birth in Navadwip once again as Gauranga, he also felt afraid. He thought, if I make the same mistake like I made during Govardhan Puja, I gave so much trouble to the Vrajvasis. What if I make the same mistake again? I don't want to do that. So again he came to Mother Surabhi, because last time when he made that mistake, he also had taken help of Mother Surabhi and he had done Abhishek for Krishna, if you remember. So now also he took the help of Mother Surabhi and he said, can you tell me, Mother, what can we do so that I don't make this mistake once again? So Mother Surabhi said, don't worry, I will help you. Let's both go to Navadwip now itself. There's so much time for Gauranga to come. Before that, we will go and we will do our meditation and we will go there and we'll please Gauranga and we will ask for his mercy. Okay, both Surabhi and Indra, they came here to this place and Surabhi Kunj and they did tapasya. Very soon, Gauranga appeared because Gauranga is so merciful. It doesn't take long to appear. Very soon he appeared and he asked, what can I do for you? Why are you meditating on my name? Immediately Indra fell down at the feet of Gauranga and he told him, I don't want to do the same mistake which I did in Dwapar Yuga when you came as Krishna. So I gave you so much trouble. So Gauranga was smiling and he said, don't worry, Indra, you will this time appear as one of my associates and you will help me in my pastimes and you will also be with me. So you will not do this mistake once again. So I give you this benediction. And you know, Indra came as King Prataparudra. We will talk about that another time, how he was helping Lord Gauranga in his pastimes. So Indra was very happy and he went back to Indraloka, but Mother Surabhi did not go. She stayed back and under this huge banyan tree, she was meditating on Gauranga's Leela and pastimes. She loved this place. She didn't want to go from Navadwip at all. Therefore, this Dvipa came to be known as Go Druma Dvipa. Go means cow. Druma means tree. This huge banyan tree under which Mother Surabhi was meditating. Therefore, this island came to be known as Go Druma Dvipa. Go means cow. Druma means tree. Then when Mother Surabhi one day was meditating and another part of this island, there was a great Muni. Now what happened? You know, Pralaya takes place, right? Pralaya takes place. After every day of Brahma, Pralaya takes place. Then every place is inundated. Every place goes under the water. Then again, Srishti happens when Brahmaji wakes up. So sometimes we think Brahmaji has no work. What is he doing? He has already created. Now what he will do? And because he's got a long lifetime, he will relax. But it's not so. Brahmaji has to create his every morning. He has to get up and he will see all pralaya, and he has to again create the whole universe once again. So like that, Brahmaji is very, very busy. So pralaya had taken place when Brahmaji's night happens, when Brahmaji takes rest. Pralaya had taken place, and there is one Muni called Markandeya Rishi, if you have heard of him. Markandeya Rishi, he got a boon from Lord Shiva that he will live for 7 kalpas. 7 kalpas. So how many yugas is that? 7 kalpas. So every yuga or every day of Brahma also, so many times there is pralaya happening. Please mute yourselves. So there is pralaya happening. So what happened during one pralaya? Every pralaya, he was very much distressed because the water will come and it will inundate everything wherever he lives and wherever his place, and he'll be floating in the water for years and years together until the pralaya is over. So he will be so very much distressed. So Markandeya Rishi was like that, floating in the water. He was feeling very distressed and he didn't know what to do. He was saying, what a boon I got, of 7 kalpas. I wish I didn't get. So next time you wish anybody a long life, please remember, long life is not enough. We have to wish them that they get Krishna Bhakti. That is a better boon to wish for others rather than long life. Long life is a distress sometimes. So Markandeya Rishi, then suddenly when he saw that this Navadwip area, this was not inundated, this was as it is, and he saw the spiritual world at that time over there, he was amazed, and he came and he saw Mother Surabhi there meditating under a tree, and he came and he was crying to her and said, please help me, Mother, I'm so distressed, I'm so hungry. So Mother kindly gave her milk, and after drinking, Markandeya Rishi felt much better. So Mother Surabhi then told him that you don't worry, you stay here on this dweep. This dweep never gets inundated. This is spiritual world itself. So you stay here and you meditate on Gauranga, and all your distresses will be solved, your problems will be solved, and you will go back again to your spiritual world. So you don't have to worry, you don't have to feel distressed. So in this way, Markandeya Rishi did his tapasya also in this area, Surabhi Kunj. It's a very powerful place. And very near to Surabhi Kunj is another place where Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he lived here for some time. He lived here, and his samadhi is also located here. This is Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house on the left. You can see this is his house, and this is his Samadhi Mandir. And in the Samadhi Mandir, there's a beautiful Gaur Gadadhar deities are also there. And who was Bhaktivinoda Thakur? Bhaktivinoda Thakur was the father of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who was also Bhaktivinoda Thakur was also the father of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who was the spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada, if you remember. And he was also the spiritual master of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, who was the spiritual master of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So this is the parampara. This is the Guru parampara. So now is a small quiz for you all before we end. Which king did Narad Muni preach to? Anyone remembers? Which king?
Suvarna Sena.
Yes, Suvarna Sena. Very good, very good. Why is Narsimhapalli also called Devapalli?
Because
All Devi Devatas came and they prayed.
and lived.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good. Devi Devatas came and they all wanted to stay and serve Lord Narsimhadev. Very nice. Who did Indra bring along with him to worship Gauranga?
Surabhi.
Surabhi. Very good. Surabhi. Mother Surabhi. Very good. What is the meaning of Godruma?
Cow means cow. Druma means
Go means cow.
tree.
Very
Go
good.
means
Go
tree.
means cow. Druma means tree.
Tree.
Very nice. And how does one get liberation in Harihara Kshetra?
Both Hari and Hara is available there. And he say Gauranga.
Yes. Correct.
In
Lord
the-
Shiva says Gauranga in the dying man's ears. And that person who leaves his body, he gets liberation. He gets actually not only liberation, but Krishna Bhakti. Okay. So I think we should stop here. And we have finished 1 hour. Thank you all very much for participating.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय।
Hare Krishna
Krishna.
Mataji, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Jai
Mataji.
Shri Prabhupada.
Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Prabhupada. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji.
Thank you. If we have time, we are going to continue next week also on Sundays.
Thank you,
So
Mataji.
please join us again on Sundays, every Sunday. Okay.
And
Definitely.
we will have this YouTube link. So those who would like to hear again, they can go to YouTube link and they can hear it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Thank you.
Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.